Hey, what's going on, party people? Lace here. It's definitely a pleasure having you in. If this is your first time, I am a spiritual healer. What I do here, I talk about spirituality. I help people to align themselves with who they are. I help people become one, whole, perfect in so many ways. Not flawless, but perfect as far as being a whole, not a missing part. By combining your emotion and your intellect together. Do you see what I'm saying? Or the mind and body has to be in harmony for you to be a healthy person. And, as far as you being healthy, me being the healer, giving you your medicine. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're coming back, welcome. You already know what this is. You're in for a good one. We're going to talk some shit tonight. I'm feeling it. And obviously, I've been 3 days back to back. But I gotta be honest too. I've been getting a whole bunch of downloads, and I just we're gonna talk some shit, right? So I've been trying to give out tips, and by the way, guys, I do have a Patreon. So become a tribe member. I'd definitely love to have you. I have a lot of other videos where I talk about certain the foundation of what I believe that can help people to make an easy transition. As far as understanding yourself, being born again, making that transition as becoming healed, healthy. So, for me, the foundations are, I think you got to start with, yourself. You got to know, okay, what are those different aspects of you? Your ego. What is it? Do you see what I'm saying? And also yourself, your true self. And then you have your conscious mind and you have your subconscious mind. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's important for you to know because they are part of you. So it is your business, obviously. Actually, it is your business. You should mind to know how you work because that's how you're moving down here. This is your space. You are the operator. You see what I'm saying? So that, in my opinion, should really be the basis, of educating other people. Meaning when you go to your school as a kid, trying to help you to remember or understand who you are as a person. And then you take off from there. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is. So therefore, you have something called a society now that has been trained people to think a certain way and according to their establishment, the institution, and that's how things has to be. But again, we got to keep in mind there are different type of institutions. That's why we talk about African spirituality, then we talk about European spirituality, and then you have your Asian, your Indian. But anyway, spirituality. What I'm also saying by all of that, that is our business. So those institutions, based on their regulation, there's a certain way they want you to think. There's a certain way they want you, you know what I'm saying? That's how you're being trained. And us niggas, African people, same thing. We have a certain way that we were actually brought up in our village. You know what I'm saying? A mythology was the essence of our spirituality. There's always a story. And then we have initiations that you got to go through to become somebody. So it's like that school system, it's what it should. It's the first school system, and it's the only one that truly exists in terms of truly understanding, nature. That's where the high classes civilization comes from. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all part of it. So therefore, it's, and that's what I'm trying to get you to be conscious of, technically. For you to become conscious of what type of instruction that is being, put that you're following. So in this European system, you have your ego, you have your false self, and then you have your true self. The false self is the person that you have to act as to be part of the society. That's when you become average. You acting like everybody else. Be quiet, act a certain way, speak a certain way, sit down, say thank you, all of that bullshit. The actual reward system. So when you are in that kind of thing, that right there, that's what I talk in the Patreon, motherfucker. So I break it down that way so you understand what you are in. I mean, because the whole thing is to get you to be conscious. Or the little bit of consciousness that you have to transform it. To transform your consciousness. I mean, that's pretty much what this whole thing is about. Because it's all mental. Okay, so that was just, I guess I'm warming up, baby. I'm feeling myself. So that's the kind of shit you get, you know what I'm saying, become a tribe member. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to build a community where, you know what I'm saying, like, people are really, like, the real ones. And I talk about the power of a spiritual community, you know what I'm saying, not to follow a leader, none of that, but to have the space when we all could come together and, tap into a higher type of consciousness. Everybody else does it. The church does it. And that is, I mean, that's the idea. To give you that support, building that community. That's why the church also get involved in certain things. So I was talking about the power of community, and and I think probably my first video, this week. Because and I was tapping. That was also one of my downloads too. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when we're talking about, it's all about the community. Do you see what I'm saying? But now, again, I always got to mention that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for you to neglect yourself, because if you do, you have nothing to offer to the community. Because this type of knowledge that we have, or, ascended masters or masters that were before us, starting with the fucking Egyptians, the Kabbalion, that's what they were doing. Passing down that information to us. You see what I'm saying? And by them actually passing the knowledge down to us, I was trying to make a connection to that. I think I may have lost it. I was saying that to make a connection to something else that about the community. That has to do with the community. That's what it has to do with the community, because it's been so much about the community. Every masters always comes out and tell it to everybody else, or give it away, talking to the community again. That's the point I was trying to make with it. Because if you're saying it's about the self, shit. Now I'm talking to myself, but I'm gonna be posting this shit, hoping that people watch it, and you will watch it, right? Fucker. But anyway, you are, and that's why, sign up, man. Become a tribe member. So, you are what you seek. Oh, man, we're going to talk some shit on this one. You are who you seek or what you seek. Now let me tell this download real quick because that shit hit me this morning, right? It's like, I mean, well, I guess I'm just gonna get a little deep into it. Do you see what I'm saying? So, a light worker, you have to walk the dark side and the light side. In fact, you got to be darker. You got to be even darker than the people that are in the dark side. Because the light is coming out of that darkness. Meaning we all have to go through in the motherfucking, like deep in the fucking abyss. We got to get into the abyss, man. When Jesus died, what was the story behind it? He went where? Who was he talking to? Same thing happened if you see the movie Hercules. Who else? Had to go to the abyss and raise from there. That's your resurrection. See, the thing is, a lot of you guys are not looking at the Bible as a mythology. That's why, like, you know the stories, but you haven't actualized. You haven't actualized it. There's a bunch of other mythology, about Jesus. It's not the first. I mean, it's not the first story. It's not the original story, I should say. Do you see what I'm saying? So literally, you guys are just, like going for a fairy tale, in the sense of, not understanding how to apply the knowledge to you. So just like Jesus, man, like as a spiritual healer, if you're going through the dark night of the soul, oh, that's your blessing. Please, I hope that you go through it. And I also do consultation for those people. Or if you think you might be going through the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is when it's pretty much a phase where you feel like the whole sky is just on your shoulder, man. Just on you, like no one else. So everybody else is walking around you, and then you're the only one carrying this fucking heavy load. At last. At last. That's your transformation. That's you going into the abyss. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's, because that's when you're going to die as the caterpillar so you could become a butterfly. That's when you're going to be born again. Where your consciousness will be transformed. Now you're becoming a global, that's a global citizen, but you're becoming a cosmic being. And that's what it means. You got it, only through Jesus can you see the Father. Can you relate? Can you be in touch with that higher power? So you gotta walk in the darkness, like way deeper than the people, like that you may call dark. Like me, a perfect example. Like for me to be a healer, I had to heal myself. So meaning I had to walk, I had to purge, get all the way down to the bottom. Like, oh, okay. Uniting myself with my ego, uniting myself with my shadow self, bringing all of us together, being on the same page. That's what healing is. But for you to even get there, you need to understand what your ego is. You need to understand what your shadow is. Like, have you ever heard the term trigger? Like, when somebody's triggered, what do you think is being released? Do you see what I'm saying? What do you think is being released? Those anxiety that we all go through, like, those are energies. That's the key to your true transformation as a spiritual being. See what I'm saying? That's your business, baby. You gotta handle your business. Here I am giving you the business. But you gotta handle your business, though. So, you are what you seek. What you seek, right? You are what you seek. Damn, how do I even get started on that one? Like, before, my understanding of that was more like, how they say sometimes you are what you eat? But if you understand the meaning of that, what they're truly telling you is not that I just have some lettuce, now I am a lettuce. If you're taking it that way, like, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't make sense. But what this is referring to, based on the type of frequency that you're on, if you're vibrating on a higher level, there's certain things you will not eat because it will slow your body down. So, in other words, you can only do what you know. Only when you change what you know, then you start acting differently. And that's what this whole shit is about. That's what the transformation is. That's how you switch yourself up. Now you're being born again, being a whole new person now, seeing life in a whole with different lenses. Having a deeper inner vision. Because you can't be looking at the appearances. And I'm going to be talking about that too. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I wanted to give you a little bit of background, about or having a different perception on you or what you eat. Not necessarily saying the actual food itself, but referring to what kind of state of mind that you are. Like, if you just don't give a fuck, like, you just don't give a fuck. Like, some motherfuckers don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Like, those fat motherfuckers. Big up my fat motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all. But some niggas just don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, we ain't coming at nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is just educational purposes, dog. Because after this shit is done, I go about my life. You know what I'm saying? This is educational purposes, man. Nothing else, my nigga. And my niggas. My niggerettes. So, now let's talk about you are what you seek, though. So keep that in mind, because I'm going to make a connection for you to truly put it together, right? The Indians call Earth Maya. Maya meaning it is an illusion. Now, when we're talking about illusion, we're not talking about it's not real, or if it's fake or not. That's not the right question to ask, or to even think about when we're talking about illusion. Illusion simply means what you think you. It's not what you think it is. This is I'm sitting right in front of a computer. It's saying, according to the definition or what illusion is. Obviously, this is a computer, but or you may not. Hey, depending on what kind of shit you're on. It's okay, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that one. But in terms of, and we all go through it. That's why women, when niggas are talking about money, cash, hoes, people always consider women as this smoke type of thing. The lust, the illusion. Because think about it. And that goes for everything. Right? After you fuck a bitch, you're not looking at her the same. So those would be considered not just the women, just like money too. People who didn't have money, by the time after they get money, like I'm looking at 50 Cent don't even wear fucking jewelry anymore, man. Jay-Z with the dread, and these niggas will tell you it's not what they thought it was. They think they would just be happy just now. Now they got everything. They got money. So now they striving for something else. Even that nigga French Montana, niggas turned into he's in Africa, doing all that shit. Well, he is African too, but these niggas on a whole different fucking level. They got the mentions, they got the fucking Bentleys, they got all them shits, and they got fucking women too. So what I'm trying to say is, by me using the women thing, ladies, relax. Relax. Because women is also being considered as lust too. Just like I was just saying. Do you see what I'm saying? She could lure you into to do certain things and tricks. I mean, that's part of the feminine energy. That's the way she moves. We ain't judging on this side. We're just saying. Educational purposes. We just saying, you gotta watch out for those bitches. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So you gotta keep an eye out on those bitches. A few eyes too. But anyway, then after you fuck the bitch, and then you realize that's not what you... Do you see what I'm saying? Some guys, you know what I'm saying? How can a nigga, you gotta have a pussy fucking addiction. When I first moved down here, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm living in fucking Georgia now, right? So there was this nigga that I used to hang out with. He was showing me around. I swear to God, it's a couple spots he would show me. This nigga, keep in mind, he's shit, at that time, he was about 53, 54. But, really suited, fit, you know what I'm saying? Nigga doing his taser. You know what I'm saying? He got the dress. I mean, he doesn't look like, that type of age, though. But, he's just partying like a motherfucker. This nigga, we went to a club. He talked to pretty much all the girls in there, man. And I'm watching the shit. It's There's something you're looking for. Like, imagine, you fucking every, like, different bitches every week. What are you looking for, dog? And right after you fuck them, that's why you go to another one, too. Because what you thought about that, then this is giving you a different vibe. You're fucking with different energies. But I'm saying all of that to say, like, it's never what you thought it was. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of things that people are looking for. Think about this: chasing the fucking outside, the appearances, which is the illusion. You never be happy about it. You never be fucking fulfilled. You always gotta fucking quench that thirst. That's why you in the fucking competition. Like, it's got to be your accomplishment defines you. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit. There's always war. There's always some shit going on in that world. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy shit about that. Now, the things that you think that would make you happy, when you get them, they make you less happy. That's when a nigga tell you, you know what, I think having money would be the whole thing. And then after he got the money, now he became a little less happy. That's what that means. Now you got what you want, you became less happy. Now we're talking about a fucking illusion. It's not what you think it is. Same thing with pussy and it's not what the fuck you think it is. That's why when that's why, like, if you're looking at a bitch, like, the only thing you see in women is their pussy, like, whoa. That's crazy, B. But we normalize the crazy shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But if you get in certain spaces, when you're looking at it, that's truly crazy. So we make crazy look normal, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the whole thing that even Dr. Lila Africa was talking about. This whole fucking world is the European perspective that we have, and that was given to us. It's sick. So now, that's when you get the shit that it. Now I just told you. Now, when you chase the shit, when you don't get those shit, let's just say like 50 Cent got the money. Now he's less happy. Let's just say 50 Cent didn't make it. Like I can't say that I didn't make it because I don't do music. You know what I'm saying? I made it in what I'm doing, baby. Shit, I'm conscious. That's when you truly made it. Make it. But anyway, right? So let's just say, like, for motherfuckers that didn't make it as far as the financial success, those appearances that they're chasing, right? So it's kind of like you had this mirage, you in a desert, right? And then they showing you this water, and you about to go after it, and they keep pushing it back. But there's something that you're seeking for. You are. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna bring all that shit together, baby. We dancing. I hope you don't mind. Nigga, let me clear my throat. I hope you don't mind. Listen, man. I'm nice with it, baby. So I want you to keep that in mind, right? Because now we're gonna put it together. Well, not yet. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Come on now. Oh, you didn't think I was gonna give it up that easy now, did you? You out of your fucking mind. So now, when you're chasing that thing, you don't find it. You are unhappy because now you're not successful. You're not where you would want to be in life. According to what society's telling you. This is where you are as a person in that social rank. So shit like that. Now you are fucking unhappy. You know what I'm saying? So what does that tell you, right? If you put it together, this shit is crazy. It's like you chasing your own fucking tail, right? It's like now you're chasing your own fucking tail. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because every time you got some pussy, you need some more pussy. You thought it was gonna be money, so this is the shit. When you get it, you want more of it, and after you got it, now you become less happy. So it's not fulfilling. In other words, you are acting based on that persona. And that's what the foundation of my understanding as far as the things that I teach. That's my foundation. Because in the society that we are living in, you know what I'm saying, you got to understand those three different aspects of yourself. Now, when we talk about the ego had nothing to do with any of that shit. The ego is the part of you that's there to protect you. But people consider what they call ego arrogance. Do you see what I'm saying? To me, no, that's not that. You know what I'm saying? Well, but according to the European, too, I gotta say that. According to the fucking European, you know, spirituality or perspective, they do look at it, as, that's your enemy. First of all, the ego is your enemy. You see what I'm saying? And that's that duality. Eating from the tree of good and evil. That's what it means. And what else, do you know what else it says? It says that you'll never get to the kingdom of the true God. You got to eat from the tree of life. And that's what's going to open you up. And that's the beginning of you mastering your true self. As far as having that word slowly becoming flesh. And that's your fucking initiation that I'm giving you right now, too, in so many words. That's how you get initiated. That's how you become the initiate. So I'm not talking about just words here. I'm talking about practical transformation. Making you a god, baby. Life transformation. People transformation. Characters transformation. I'm doing realignments over here, baby. I gotta realign you motherfuckers. That's what this shit is about. Well, being a spiritual healer, that's how I'm giving it up. That's my job. But to do that, that's where I gotta help you to understand that you are what you're seeking is you. You don't think it's you. In fact, I could just shut the fuck up right now. The book, the Alchemist, that's what the book was about. If you truly understand it. Then at the end of the thing, it's you. That's why you got to be real to yourself. By you being real to yourself, that's when now the chaser and the runner becomes together. You no longer biting your own fucking tail. Or you jerking off now, because that's what you were doing. You're jerking off. Every time you think this is the reality, that's not it. Oh my God. So you're never satisfied. There's no fulfillment because now there's no you involved in it. But as you start to awaken that you inside of you, now this is a whole different ball game. Now you're truly becoming the son of God, but most importantly, a God on earth. That's the type of shit I'm talking about here. You know what I'm saying? You tell them the mute are now speaking. You hear me? So a lot of you, you chasing your own tail, baby. It's like there's always a disappointment in fucking society too. Whenever you think, that was it, and then now you're not happy, it's like that anxiety, that's that constant war. Good and evil. Yeah, it's crazy. How do you guys do it? Shit, you guys are immune to pain too, man. You got to a point, you see, like, that's why when you're toxic, you don't even know that you're toxic. Only when you become really in alignment with yourself, you can't, like, I know for me, I can't even deal with that shit, man. I always put my gloves on, baby. What? I'm too cute. No, I'm not touching that. No, sir. No, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? No. Shit, you won't even see me, baby. I peep out from far. I'm like, what? Okay. No, we ain't doing toxicity, man. But you can only acknowledge that when you become a clean slate, though. Like when you do the shadow work. Then now you come to understand how you've been giving your energy out that you didn't even know about. So you are what you seek. You are what you seek. It's crazy because it's telling you chasing you. But only when you know it's you, you're not chasing you anymore. And guess what? The Alchemist. There you go. You got it. You have awakened. That's why it's not about fuck physical or fuck earth. You know what I'm saying? All that shit's not. Shit, you missed it, baby. You came up short. That was $1 million move, but 1 cent delivery. You know what I'm saying? You trading quarters for pennies, man. See what I'm saying? So we're talking about different layers, different levels of consciousness too. Just the word has to become flesh. And when you get in this level, like I said, it's like You know what I'm saying? It's different. And now you become life itself, you know. You're radiating, and it shows in your body too, because now you have extended and changed your body. Transformation, you had been activated. That's what you see with the saint. I mean, with the hollow and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That radiance now. You done changed your DNA. You're being born again. You're looking good out here, baby. After you have to go through through the bottom of the fucking abyss. You got to go. That's why a light worker, you know, if you claim yourself up to be of light, you got to know the dark extremely well. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm going to talk about something, right? I mean, I got to know what I'm going to be talking about. Or if I'm fixing cars, I got to know how to fix cars for me to fix cars, right? Right? So the biggest challenge for a lot of people, how do you stop chasing your own tail? That's what the illusion is. The Tibetans call it the wisdom of the great mirror. Oh, I love that one. That's when you truly get to realize it is you, by uniting the chaser and the runner. In other words, by knowing who you are, knowing yourself. You taking a seat among the elders. This is a whole different type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's shit, nigga. I have to call the spirit on this one. You hear me? Mm-hmm. They here. Well, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. So, what the fuck? Because I got a million things going on in my mind now. So, yeah, man. So, how do you get to stop chasing that tail? You got to start looking for things that are fulfilling in life. Your values. You know what I'm saying? Your gifts. Your talent. Yeah. Your personality. You. You see what I'm saying? Now, at this point, you are no longer generic. You're not average anymore. Because average means that other people who are producing, you know, you're just average. You just got a D in life. A bunch of D's. Hey, man, I'm trying to get you on the A side. A. In life. Now, we all should know what you go in school, you know, what you go to school for to learn, you know, in life is different. I mean, I hope some people know that, right? Just saying. That's why your purpose, all of us are called for a higher purpose, which is the ultimate self. That's your business. If you're not on that type of time, like, you're sleeping, baby. Because it's all about you. Meaning, if we came down here, but it's not just that too. Like, can you imagine everybody doing the same thing in life? everybody's a doctor, bro. Like, there's no lawyers, there's no cooks, there's no, I don't know, accountants. There's no fucking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit would be crazy. No fucking musicians. So understanding the power of the community too. The first thing is you gotta self nourish yourself. So that way you can. How do you give out? How do you contribute to the community with nothing? What? How you gonna give nothing, bro? So self nourishment. Then now you bring it out. You know, that's like being, having your favorite chocolate cookie store. You see what I'm saying? That mom and pop shit. Like those kind of shit. That's all part of the community. That's all. You know what I'm saying? The company that you work for, whatever the fuck. We're all serving the community, man. That's our higher purpose. That's why it is a fucking illusion to think that we are separated. Mm, let that let that marinate. And that's what all the spiritual teachers been telling. We're all one. In fact, they even use it as the ego. That's what they define the ego as, that person that I call it your fake. I call it the false self. I don't call it the ego. So they talking about a false self and they're making it the ego, and that's the false self that they're fighting in fight clubs. Those are not the fucking ego. They talking about a false self. The self that society created, and then the self inside of you. Now you battling. Okay, you want to play the fucking guitar, but your mom and dad want you to be a doctor. What the fuck are you gonna do? Like, you having this internal fight. That's your fight club, nigga. That's not your ego. That's your false self. That you've been conditioned to think that way. That's also your shadow too, depending on how you're looking at it. That becomes your shadow. And then in the Europeans, they talk about your subconscious mind, the conscious mind. I need to get into that too, but we're gonna let that slide because that's a good one too. That's a goodie. That's a goodie. That's a good one. You see what I'm saying? But to get back to understanding the false self, most importantly, I think I was talking about what the fuck. So you are what you seek. This is deep, guys. When you understand it, though. Because so far, I'm putting the work together. Oh man, I'm definitely an artist. So yeah, I mean, this is good too because I get to show you what the work is all about. You seeing the work. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the work, how we putting it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that's this understanding is different. It's got to resonate to your soul, because I talk to niggas' souls, man. But anyway, mm-hmm. I want some bullshit. So how do you get rid of that tell? by aligning yourself with your true self. Then when you align yourself with your true self, ooh, okay, so you stand in your light. Another way of saying that, when they tell you you got to stand in your light. But for you to know your light, there has to be some sort of unification between, that light and yourself. Well, this is all cosmic. This is all cosmic, man. It's all energy. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what we're dealing with. So now, by you aligning yourself with your true self, now that's the game. Like that's your initiation. That's how you are being born again. But now, as you're being born again now, keep in mind you gotta grow. There's a growth. So now that growth, so now when I talk about, your fulfillment, right? So now when you're doing things that fulfill you, it gives you it's a different type of, you get a satisfaction that's a little bit different than being less happy. It's like, it's a type of ecstasy, like that's the highest state of mind. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're looking at, like, you're vibrating on a whole different level, frequency. So now you got to keep in mind, I want you guys to understand that too. When I was talking about the appearance, that doesn't mean you have to reject it. It means you have to understand it for what it is. So let's just say, I'm not telling you, for instance, when I say 50 Cent is less happy, I'm not telling you, yeah, he's less happy though, not unhappy. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you get your money and you know that's not what the money is about, therefore, that's when this world does not define you anymore. Your values, you value yourself at this point. You know your worth. Do you see what I'm saying? Now you start to know your worth. Now you matter. That's when you don't follow the crowd anymore. That's what it means. So, a lot of us, we are chasing something. By chasing our tails, you are chasing the ultimate self of you, but you don't know that. So you're looking for it everywhere. Is it in pussy? Is it in tits? Like, we all go through it, man. That's just the way it is. If that's your satisfaction, you're always going to be disappointed or less happy after you get it. But now niggas who don't know what you're going through, you telling this niggas, yo, that's what Jay-Z is telling niggas, or 50 Cent. Like, I thought I was going to be happy after having money. Like, no. And he's not the only one that has said it. And even if they don't say it, look at their lifestyle. It's different. Look at their lifestyle, man. Yo, I was watching. I saw this picture of LL Cool J having fucking dinner in Italy. Niggas was well, I don't know if he was a gangster, but think about it. Niggas in the hood from Queens, man. That nigga's on a whole different level. Like, yo, do you see what I'm saying? He done transcended. Because, and all of those guys would tell you the same thing too. Mike Tyson said the same shit. He thought money would make him happy. And then he lost money. Like, I get it. I mean, I can't say it the way they do because, obviously I don't have those type of money. You know what I'm saying? But I already know based on what I go through too. But see, the thing is, I already became whole. So it stopped me from maybe I'm not chasing my tails anymore. But I'm also saying that doesn't mean I'm not doing my businesses. That doesn't mean I'm not taking care of myself in this 3D level. I know it for what it is. Like I always tell niggas, I could buy a Versace jean and sit on the floor with that shit. I would take silk and wipe my ass with it. I'm the type of person, I have money, I eat fucking lobsters. If I don't have money, I'll get me some salmon, some canned salmon, baby. Salmon in the can. And still be equally happy. I make the best of what I have in all times. But when you're in alignment with yourself, that's what you're supposed to do. So, I'm fulfilled. That's why they tell you, if you're not satisfied with little, you'll never be happy with a lot. That is a fact. You are what you seek. Now you're seeking that illusion, thinking it's gonna give you what it is. But you are what you seek. The you part, you're seeking for you. Now, I'm not referring to, the lower vibration, the higher vibration. I'm saying it on a cosmic perspective, on a bigger picture shit. That's why your duty is to find your destiny. Know who you are. Know your fucking you. Know who you are. That's what it is. How the fuck else do you win it? That's what this whole shit is about. Knowing who the fuck you are. And you got to go through the smokes. Because who you are now is not the physical self. Just like it's not the money. It's not the pussy that you're looking to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still seeking for pussy, my nigga? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, man, like, I'm just saying. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And women, just so you know, too, I'm not downplaying pussy by me saying that. But guess what? If you fucking with me, you would understand what I'm trying to say. Because I'll put it to you this way. Now, if a man is only looking for pussy in you, how would you feel? That's a lower self. Like, that's a lower man. A nigga only see pussy in you? That's it? So you want a nigga to look at you like your pussy's you. That's disrespectful, to be honest. So if you understand what I'm saying, I'm just flipping, I'm giving it to you from the other perspective. Higher other perspective. Because I'm fucking with Priestess. That's why I can fuck with little bitches. So I'm speaking from, from both perspective here. Because I'm definitely in touch. And if you're mature feminine energy, you don't want a nigga to look at you just for your pussy, just for your ass. How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? And a nigga who's looking for just an ass too, the bitch gonna die, nigga. Like she's gonna get old. What you gonna do? Look for a younger other? Like that's why women is also used as that illusion too. And that's what I was talking about. Not downplaying you guys, but in that beauty that you guys exert, that's part of the feminine energy, baby. And that's why us niggas, we gotta watch out for you on all fucking levels. Not on some bullshit, but as we are in our masculinity, we gotta spank that ass out. Another way of saying that. That's why we are your leader. We gotta tame that feminine energy. Gotta be tamed. That's why a mature feminine energy too. She knows how to, handle her destructive side. That's when she start thinking before she act. Whereas a lot of females, they just react. But them reacting, they're not crazy. That's that energy in them. You gotta start looking at shit as fucking energy, my nigga. That's the feminine energy for you. That's the goddess. Because all those goddesses, nigga, like they good and bad, motherfucker. Like they'll fuck your ass up. That's that side. When it's not tamed. And then in African spirituality, we have names for all of that. That's why there's all type of different Oshun. There's all type of different Ezeli Dantor, Ezeli Frida. Then all type of different things. Because those are, come on, niggas. These niggas gave us, through mythology, the tools for us to navigate this life. That's what this shit is about. To maintain your spirituality, not to be lost. For you to you remember your spirit. That's what this nigga is telling you. You come down here, you nigga, you spirit, all right? So you spirit, you can, yeah, that's it. It's that reminder. That's what the Kabbalion is giving you, or any other type of the fucking civilization. In fact, I read the fucking Hermetica. Oh my god. That nigga Thoth. Because, I know for me, I have a direct connection with this nigga, the Hootie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Those who knows. But, it's it's insane. I'm saying, forgive me if I'm channeling, guys. You know what I'm saying? But we're definitely in our sacred space. You feel me? So, damn. So, what you're truly seeking for, man, is that self-fulfillment, baby. In other words, the person that you are, to be able to go beyond the smoke. The Tibetan calls it the wisdom of the great mirror, meaning now you know it's a mirror, but you're going to have to embrace it, though, because you're talking to yourself. So then your surrounding now at this point becomes a representation of you. And that's how you're creating your reality. So by that representing your surrounding, now you got to embrace your surrounding in harmony. That's what the African spirituality is telling you about. Now you're embracing the different aspect of you. And those things are going to be manifested in different ways. The perfect woman that you have, the bitch that you fell in love with, she's a representation of you. Right? But you got to know yourself to make all that shit works. Your kids, representation of you. That's why you got to give them your best. Now, when you're living down here, like, you know what I'm saying, you're truly going to fall in love, man. Like, even if you got a love with a broken heart. You're becoming active. Like, you're becoming, this is for the living. That's why us Haitian niggas we say, yo, na boule, meaning we are radiating, we on fire. We here, nigga. Yo, this shit is different, man. Yo, you tell me what you see, motherfucker. Tell me. So you are, what you're truly seeking is yourself. So the ultimate fulfillment is for you to discover who you are by uniting those different aspects of you. And that's what I help other people do as a healer, and that's what I had to do for myself. That's why I could speak about it, and I understand what this is about. And even the way that I'm talking about it too, because I get to see those different angles. And that's the only way they could come together. That's the harmony. That's the ma'at. That's how my heart become as light, shit, lighter than a feather, nigga. I'm in heaven right now. Shit, I mean, that might be too much for you to digest. I apologize. I didn't mean to throw it inside of your mouth like that. Yeah, that was too much. I know I did too much, you know. Just trying to get it up. You know what I'm saying? Well, I figured you was already eating. Maybe you might be ready to, get a little bit more. Just saying. But this shit is insane, man. So you are what you eat. You are what you seek, baby. So understanding you, then you no longer have to seek anything. And by you going through those trials and tribulations, that's what it is. You're going to be less happy. Are you going to be unhappy? But if you find who you are, none of that shit matters. You're making the best out of your life, no matter what. You become bougie, baby. I know I'm conceited as fuck, nigga. I stay pretty out here. Shit, nigga. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You tell me how I'm radiating out here, baby. And we're speaking in all different layers, too. You gotta be able to catch this, though. That's why our ancestors, the Egyptians, man, if you read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, this shit is all poetic. They understand, how to code this language, the sayings. And that's what makes hip-hop powerful. I mean, hip-hop is a watered-down version of that. It's a step down to that true representation of our mythology. And how our ancestors used to communicate and teach one another. That's a step down to it. But nevertheless, you can step up from it, though. You can step up from it. By understanding, unlocking. Because every saying, that's why poetry is just insane. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And the way you say it, there's a certain code in it. There's a certain perspective that you open up. That's what makes it beautiful. But that beauty and the wisdom in it, this shit is, you gotta look pretty. Listen. Check out my catalog, man. I'll tell you, I keep it pretty, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on my bullshit. Check out the catalog. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I talk about, baby. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself beautiful, man. Get some art, too. That's important. Because it's reflecting you, you know what I'm saying? And then you reflecting that outside. And that's what the Egyptians understood. That's why they have all of those statues around them. All those gods, You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you see it, it's you know what I'm saying? Well, it speak to you, first of all. It speak to you because now by you looking at it trying to understand what this is saying to you. So it speak to you first. Then now you projecting that light. It's that you balancing it out. That's why as it is within, so it is without. As it is above, below. That's what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you go in the hood, there's nothing beautiful. It's beat up houses, dirty shit. But when you go to a nice neighborhood, what do you see? Beauties around it. Beauty is powerful, man. Make your house beautiful. Make your house beautiful, baby. That's what makes it a home. See, by you doing these things, you are stepping into your dimension. You are embodying your house. Your house and yourself now is becoming one. Oh, when I step in this I talk to my whole house. Yo, what up, motherfuckers? I miss you niggas, man. And there's a certain feel too because there's certain music that I play. And there's a setup that I have. That's what feng shui is about too. Come on, niggas. The word has to be made flesh. You got to know who you are. In other words, you have to transform your consciousness. That's what this shit is about. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got to roll out. It's getting late. You already know. Aisyen, Brau. Check out the Patreon and become a tribe member. Okay? Let's do something incredible, baby. Let's show it. Let's give it to them like they never seen before. Love. Mali.